Okay, guys. So, apparently, stop me if you've heard this before with a different YouTuber, but apparently, I'm not a true fan. Apparently, I'm a horrible fan. Um, apparently, I don't like to stick it out with my team, and I'm always complaining. Well, that's because the Eagles give me a reason to complain. Let me break this down for you. So let me break this down for you. The Eagles lose today, and I posted on Facebook. I'm ashamed now, and I didn't really mean ashamed. Ashamed. It's like I wasn't ashamed. Like I don't regret being an Eagles fan, not one bit. Because I say every week, there's no way I would ever jump ship. There's no way I would ever walk away from this team. There's no way I would ever root for a different team. I just can't do it. You know, it's just that when you see the potential that Carson Wentz is and what he can become and what he is surrounded with and what constantly how we fail constantly over and over again, it gets pretty frustrating. Now, again, let's use this game for an example. We did not show up, not one bit. And as I've said, there have been worse games, I'm sure. But by the fact that a team that has just as many injuries as us, by the fact that a team that doesn't have their star wide receiver with them, and I believe their star running back with them, by the fact that they look that much better than us, by the fact that we didn't just show up, it boggles my mind. I'm like, can you believe at one point we were 3-0? Can you believe at one point we were talking about maybe possibly a Super Bowl run? That we were talking about, bro, we definitely getting in the playoffs this year. Bro, we about to prove everybody wrong, bro. Bro, we about to do some stuff, man, that people won't believe that they're going to fear the name Philadelphia Eagle. They going to look at a regular Eagle and think of Philly. And the fact that we sucked so bad in this game, I didn't even watch the game. I didn't even listen to the game. I was following it. That's what happens when you live in Florida and you don't have the NFL package. It's just, and then all my friends and family want to jump on me and say, "Oh, he's not a fan. He's not." Every year he says he's done. Every year he says, "I don't know why I root for this team." Every year, oh, I'm not a true fan. But and this is a Cowboy fan talking. I don't. He goes, yeah, he always complains every single year, and he doesn't understand why he does this and this and that and that and this, and I'm like, who are you to tell me that I'm complaining too much when you're complaining about the fact how you don't succeed and how, oh my God, we haven't won a Super Bowl in 20 years. And you're panicking, and I'm complaining, and I'm a bad fan. Yo, um, I'm not like Addy who wants to sugarcoat things. I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not like my own father doesn't. He doesn't seem as interested as I am, and he's watched it longer than me. Sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes he doesn't seem as interested in it as me. I was watching my Philadelphia Eagles history video DVD the other day that I got 2 years ago for Christmas, or last year, I believe, for my birthday. And I was looking at how the 58, the 48 and 49 Eagles championship team, and then the 60 championship team. I know that was a different era back then, but I'm looking at it and I'm going, why? Why? In the 90s, we had one of the most fearsome defenses in the league, yet and still, as soon as we got to the playoffs, we couldn't get it done. Like, why is it with this team? Why is it always like this? Why? Why do we look so amazing, yet truth of the matter is we're so lopsided? Can you honestly tell me next year that we can go back out and beat the Steelers 34-3? Can you honestly come back out and tell me that we're going to beat the Vikings with that defense 21-10? Can you honestly come back out here and say that with the Falcons' high power offense that we're gonna beat them? What was it, 24-15 again? Can you honestly say that? Because I'm not so sure. And is it lack of faith? Maybe it's a lack of faith. But if the Eagles give me something to actually root for, maybe I wouldn't be this way. And yeah, maybe I sound like EDP a little bit. Maybe I'm watching his videos a little bit too much. Maybe I sound a little bit just like him. But he's so right in the sense that if they give me something to root for, I would have nothing to complain about. Real fans stick through their team through the hard times. What is this about to be? Year 57? And don't get me started with the Cubs. Oh, they went 100 years without winning the World Series. Different sport. It's still 100 years though. It's really mind boggling that how much potential that we have. I see the potential. I mean, if you look at Carson Wentz, the first 4 games of this season, he looked incredible. Max terminates whatever the word is. He accumulates the reason why we're doing so horrible now is because Lane Johnson got suspended. I'm starting to look like that might be the case, but not the whole case, but it's part of the reason why. Lane Johnson, he's a pretty good lineman. And the fact that Carson Wentz does not look the way he did in those first 4 weeks, and the fact that he has been regressing and regressing and regressing, it's like, and you know what? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just some guy. You know, maybe I'm just a guy who only watches football to see if the Dallas Cowboys lose. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm not a real fan. I don't know. Maybe I don't care. I don't know. But then I wouldn't have this Eagles jersey. Then I wouldn't have the Eagles history video. Then I wouldn't have Eagle decorations that I want to hang up on my wall. Then I wouldn't be asking for Eagles things for my birthday and Christmas. Hey, but you know what? Maybe that doesn't prove anything. Maybe through my actions. Maybe through my words. I mean, literally, I want to strip this team down and get rid of every single person. Except Carson Wentz. I want to get rid of everybody. And say, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you're fired, get out of here. That's what I want to do. And rebuild it from the bottom up. Man. I mean, they act like I want the Eagles to fail. They act like I want them to fail and succeed and lose every game. They act like I don't love or trust this team. It's my own friends and family. Don't you think I want to be called a Super Bowl champion? Don't you think I want to be proud of my team? Can anybody who's an Eagles fan say right now today that they're proud of this team? How about last week? How about the week before that? How about this whole season? Let's put this whole season in perspective. Can anybody honestly say that they're proud to be an Eagles fan? Do I continue to bleed green? Oh yeah, I do. Do I continue to support this team? Yeah, I do. Do I love this team? Absolutely right. But can you honestly say that you're proud of this season? I'm proud of some small feats that we accomplished. Heck yeah. I'm proud of that. But it seems like whenever teams improve, we seem stuck in the mud or we go back. That's what it seems like. We need so much help. I don't even know what to work on first. Defense or offense? I mean, can you think of it like this? The fact of the matter is that we're talking about maybe we should fire Doug Peterson. The fact, I mean, no one's gonna do it, but I mean, by the fact that we're talking about it, the fact that it's been brought up in the conversation of should we fire Doug Peterson, that boggles the mind of, are you serious? That's what we're talking about. His first year. Should we fire him? Should we get rid of him? Should we cut our losses and bye? Should we do, by the fact that we're doing that? Does it really speak volume to you of how unbelievable this season has gone? I mean, the fact of the matter is, man, we were 3-0. We beat the Browns, the Bears, and the Steelers. We beat them. If we face the Steelers next week, they trash us, man. It annoys me when Chip Kelly says, not Chip Kelly, I'm sorry, when Skip Bayless says, cry, Eagles, cry. It annoys me when teams and sports analysts have little to no faith in the Eagles. It annoys me. And yeah, maybe I pay a little bit too much attention to that. Maybe I buy in what they're saying. Yeah, they're right. Every time the Eagles gain momentum, something goes wrong. Stephen A says that the Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen, but maybe that's us. Maybe we've been the accident waiting to happen. Because every time we seem to be on a roll, something always goes wrong. Maybe I buy into that too much. But at the same time, again, this is why I say Philly fans are the greatest in the world, because we've put up through so much stuff year in and year out, season after season, week after week. It's like, and we still come back every season. The thing that Roberto seems to leave out when he says that I say I'm done with this team every single year is I come back to this team and I root for them 100% every year. Give it my all, cheer for them, ready to root them on, ready to say, you got this, guys. But the fact that the Eagles don't give that same response back to the fans is what really boggles my mind. I'm back every single season. I'm back every year. I look forward to, yo, man, I'm ready for some Eagles football, man. I'm ready to do this. Tell me it doesn't hurt you when you see the Eagles lose 32-14. Tell me it doesn't hurt when you see the Eagles lose against a team who's struggling like the Bengals, like the Packers, and they only put up 14 and 13 points. Tell me it doesn't hurt, although it's in Seattle. Tell me, we were in that game and for a minute. Tell me it doesn't hurt when you go to Seattle and you lose 26-15. Tell me that doesn't hurt. Tell me that doesn't hurt. Tell me it didn't hurt you, that your heart was crushed when you went to Dallas, Texas, and you were facing the Cowboys and you were this close to beating them, and then you slip up and you let them come back and win the game and you lost in overtime. Tell me that didn't hurt. Tell me the day we lost that Lions game by 1 point. Tell me that didn't hurt you. Tell me that said. But then again, I've only been watching the Eagles for 6 years. People like my dad and E-Rock and EDP, they've been watching for years. They've gone through this for years. And the fact that they come back, the city of Philadelphia and Philly fans all over the world have gone through this for years. Yet year in and year out, they come back. Unlike the Browns and the Jaguars and some of these other teams who know who they are and don't really try as much, the Eagles come back and they say, you know what, we're going to do it for you, Philly. We're going to come back and we're going to try for you, Philly. We're going to do this for you because you deserve to be called champions, Philly. I mean, the other teams who don't have Super Bowls, like the Panthers and the Falcons, and Cincinnati, at least they try. The Eagles, I can say they try. They fail miserably, but at least I can say that they try. That year we lost the Super Bowl, we were going to go back and we were going to do it all over again. But then we collapsed and crumbled. We went from 13-3 to 6-10. T.O. was acting up, got cut. Donovan McNabb got hurt, and season just went downhill from there. When we in 2013 came back from one of the weirdest seasons ever and we won the NFC East by beating Dallas in the final game, we thought, oh man, we can do this. When the Eagles were in the NFC Championship game in 2008, we thought, oh man, we could do this, and we laid an egg. Why is it every time we get this close to the prize, it seems that much farther to get to? Yeah, it hurts, and yeah, I don't want to see my team like this, but then again, I've only been watching for 6 years, and imagine what the people who've seen this team for years are feeling. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine how they're feeling. I can't imagine how they're feeling because I've only been watching for 6 years. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am a horrible fan. I don't know. Maybe I need to question my own morality. Maybe I need to question my life. So, am I really a fan? Am I? Is it wrong for me to say that the Eagles are trash? Because I will say that they are trash, but if you talk about my team, we're going to have a problem. See, that's how I am. You talk about my team, you say they're trash, you say they suck. We're going to have a problem, and I'm going to defend them. Because you cut me, I do bleed green. I will support this team thick and through, but at the same time, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, oh yeah, we've got this and that. Injuries are part of the game. Suspensions are part of the game. It just happens. Well, the suspensions are part of the game, but they shouldn't happen because you shouldn't be doing stupid stuff. But that just happens. Fine and all that stuff, that just happened. That's what the game is. But last year we were this way. This year we're this way. Who knows? We'll be. Hopefully next year we can seriously be a true contender. I really wish for that to happen for us. I really wish that we're contenders next year. I do that, but I say that every year though. But I really do. But the difference is we have a quarterback who actually believes, and his name is Carson Wentz. And I trust and I believe in Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz had his worst game today. That is true. Carson Wentz had his worst game to date today. 3 interceptions, barely threw for over 300 yards, but he had a touchdown. Did he have a touchdown? No, I don't think. Yeah, he had a touchdown. Worst game of his career so far. But we have to remember he's a rookie. But then again, rookies aren't all made the same, okay? Peyton Manning had a bad rookie season. I believe Tom Brady had a bad rookie season, I think. I'm not sure about that. A lot of receivers, a lot of quarterbacks who are Super Bowl champions have bad seasons to begin, rookie seasons. And then look what they rose up and became. So I'm not losing faith in Carson Wentz because look what he can become. Those glimpses that we saw what he was in those first 4 weeks, it's still in there. He's still that same quarterback. We just need to get this man some help on the offensive line. We need to get this man a running game. We need to get this man some receivers. We need to get this man a defense who does not choke and does not show up, because that's what that defense did for the last 3 weeks, not show up at all. So again, I asked the question, am I a bad fan? I need to know. Eagles fans, Giants fans, Cowboy fans, any fans out there, am I a bad fan for saying all of these things? Or am I just so passionate that I have to say what needs to be said? Because again, I will say that they're trash, but if you mess with my team, if you talk about my team, if you say they're trash, I will defend them that quick. I don't even need to think about it. So again, I ask you, am I a bad fan? Am I? Or am I just so passionate? I don't know. I need you to tell me. I need your help on this. So that has been the video for today. 2 videos in 1 day. Look at that. And it's about the Eagles too. Go figure. I will see you next time. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out and fly, Eagles fly.